Hi, I'm Dr. Paul Tambyah. I'm the chairman of the Singapore Democratic Party. I'm also a professor of medicine and senior consultant infectious disease physician. But I'm doing this in my personal capacity for the SDP. Welcome to Ask Paul Anything. So we have a series of questions that were posted on our Instagram page. And let me read out the essence of the first question. So the first question is from Mr. Thomas Ng, and he asked the question about the hardship of fellow Singaporeans who have foreign wives. And I know these are women who have difficulty getting PR, even though their children are Singapore citizens, and many of their sons have gone on to serve national service with distinction. Now, this is a very common problem that unfortunately affects many Singaporeans today. This comes up at Meet the People sessions a lot of the time, where women who do not have the educational qualifications or the income that are used as the yardsticks by the Singapore government to assess the worth of an individual are denied permanent residence and are given long-term visit passes instead, which provides a lot of insecurity, limits their access to jobs even though they may have an LTVP plus, and also provides less security because if their husband should pass away or if anything should happen for them, it makes it difficult for the children to grow up and to fully participate in life in Singapore. Now, we think this is wrong, and the SDP has relaunched our population policy not too long ago. So you would have seen the SDP's population policy, which focuses on building up the Singaporean identity. Now, we feel that the Singaporean identity is based on strengthening the Singaporean core, and this includes individuals who are married to Singaporeans who have given birth to Singapore citizens. We feel that there's no good reason for denying them access to citizenship or permanent residency. And you can be assured that this is one of the things the SDP is going to ask about when you make us your voice in Parliament. Okay, we have another question from Shawal Yo. He asked the question, can you recommend what type of insurance should a Singaporean get if he is currently not insured at all? Now, I have to say this segment is not sponsored by any insurance company, but my recommendation is you get a good friend who you trust, who's selling insurance, and you can ask them about what kind of insurance to buy. I have my own personal views about this, and I can tell you I didn't buy insurance at all until I was a houseman about a year after I graduated. And I saw a 29-year-old die from advanced stage liver cancer. Then all of a sudden it hit me, my God, this could happen to me. And so that's when I approached a friend of mine. He was actually married to a very good friend of mine, and he was an insurance agent. And so he sat me down and he decided, what were the things that I needed to do and what were the things I needed to consider. And he made it very clear. See, I didn't need to I didn't have a lot of money to invest at the time, but I just wanted some kind of protection should I catch one of the deadly illnesses. So, of course, things have changed a lot since those days, and I think your best bet is to find a friendly and trustworthy insurance professional you can talk with. Okay, the next question is from Patrick Hu, and he asked this question. He said, Singaporeans at the age of 56 and above can withdraw their CPF, and this is the people's wish. And he says, and he goes on to ask, start again. Okay, the next question is from Patrick Hu. He says, Singaporeans, those at age 56, can withdraw their CPF. This is the people's wish, as human life is short. We do not let the PAP pressure anymore. We understand governments can see people need to eat. So I think this is a very real question. And again, if you've seen the SDP's economic policy, we believe that the government should keep its promises. Now, the government made a promise to us that at the age of 55, we'd be able to withdraw our CPF. Now, we in the SDP realize that for many people, the CPF is a good way of keeping your funds safe, and the retirement account provides a good rate of return at 4%, which is currently above most of the rates that you can get. So we believe that you should have the choice. If you want to keep your money in the CPF and you want to enjoy the higher interest and the security that's provided by CPF, by all means. But on the other hand, if you want to take the money out at 55 and go on a long dream for cruise or holiday or pilgrimage, then you should be allowed to do that. After all, it's your own money, and that's what the government promised you when you started paying your CPF, when you started working. The government always says, okay, there's a handful of individuals who will take out their money and squander it, and they'll end up becoming a burden on the state, living in the streets. Now, the reality is, the state does very little for people who have no money. There's a handful of individuals who are receiving public assistance right now. What happens is that most often it's the families who end up taking care of these individuals. But that's not the point. The point is that if a handful of individuals are making a mess of the system, why do you punish everybody? Why do you deny everybody a chance to have a dream vacation, a dream second career, or a pilgrimage, or whatever it is that they want to do at the age of 55? So I strongly agree with this questioner. Well, that's all we have time for this session of Ask Paul Anything. Thank you for your questions, and I look forward to the next session. Tune in to Ask Paul Anything. Thank you.